Hi, I'm Clark.
And I'm Emily.
We live aboard sailing vessel Temptress.
Here in Luperon in the Dominican Republic, and this is what the past 30 days have looked like for us.
Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Clark.
We opted out of a typical American life to live more independently, frugally, and off the grid.
We currently travel the world aboard our antique sailboat named Temptress.
Each month, we sit down to tell you where we are, what we're doing, share the best and worst moments, answer questions, and tell you exactly how much it costs us to live this life.
This is our adventure log for August 2021. Well, we've had quite a month. YouTube-wise in particular, we hit 50,000 subscribers. That's like a big number for us. So thanks for subscribing and hitting that button. Really appreciate it.
And this month we put out videos about how to use a VHF radio, a little bit about building a better VHF radio, a little bit about me building my dinghy, I think was the other one. And we're really surprised about the response to the how to use a VHF radio question, I guess. It came up in a live stream recently. I suggested it as maybe a video, but maybe it was kind of like too stupid, too remedial. And people said, no, make that video. And it's done really well. So yeah, keep on giving us your questions because we often don't think of things that we use out here that are valuable. They just seem old hat to us.
Just a day in the life.
Yeah.
And thank you for everybody that shared those videos because obviously this is not just from people seeing it on YouTube. People have put it on forums or something because it went a little crazy by our standards. Thanks.
Yeah. And speaking of questions and videos and things like that, tomorrow we'll do our monthly live stream. So bring your questions or ideas to that and we'll answer anything you've got for us.
2 o'clock Eastern, but read the description of this for the details. Also, if anybody saw my video on the VHF radio, the one I did, read the description because I found a much better wire, but I had already filmed, so it's in the description only.
I guess we talk about the weather and kind of what it's like. Right now it's very hot and it's very dry in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, during this time of year, when it's not blowing a hurricane, it's dry. Very, very dry. Hurricanes have been coming our way, but lately they've been veering and yawing and not coming at us, which is nice. I guess there's a really big one up in the Atlantic now. I feel sorry for the people in Bermuda. It looks like it's heading for them.
So hopefully we won't have a very active hurricane season.
Yeah, I think this week is the peak of the season. So it's downhill from here.
And as for projects aboard the boat, you want to talk a little bit about electronics? You've been doing a lot of stuff with that with Conrad.
Okay, yeah, that BBMS, it's called now, Battery Bank Management System, the thing that helps the charging between the lead and the lithium. I know I've been talking about it forever. It's installed in Temptress, has been for a while. Put it on a friend's boat who just got some lithium because he wanted to try this out. And boy, it's working gangbusters, but he had some ideas, so I keep putting new ideas into it. It's going to be a very sophisticated piece of gear. Luckily, the hardware can do it all. It's all software that I had to make changes on. But it's going to be the best way to charge a lithium battery, most protective of the lithium battery of any commercial that I've seen out there. Just nobody is building one that really does it right according to the chemists and physicists that make batteries.
What kinds of things are you working on over there?
Well, there's going to be two models. The model that I designed first, which basically sits there and works and does a good job at the lithium batteries, more than any other that I've seen. And now the next one will be a little special and fancy. I have to redo the board. So in that process, it'll be the one that doesn't just do 12 volts, it'll do 24 and 48 volts right out of the box. So if you're 48 volt or something, you got to use this one. And it'll have an actual display with information on it and a little rotating dial so you can set the configuration real easy. And it'll have an amp meter so we can actually see what's going in and out of the lithium and really treat them just like a baby, because you have to baby lithium.
And in addition, the air conditioner, we found one more improvement for the air conditioner. We bought a roller shade that now segregates the bunk.
For our installation of it, we very often during the day both lay in my bunk and watch a movie or something when it's just so hot outside. And that thing just had to run solid to keep us cool. And now we have a way of very easily kind of locking off and having our own little, I don't know, coffin. It's a little tiny area that can be cooled very easily.
A little box, our
Yeah.
little fridge box, I guess.
So if you want to use one of these small air conditioners during the day, we found it's to good effect to have a curtain of some kind so you can get a really small area.
And I guess you fixed a deck leak this month. It was very successful. We got one more, and then hopefully we're good.
Yeah, this is a deck leak that I've had for 30 years. I had on the boat when I got the boat, and I think it's fixed, though it did drip a little bit, but it could be coming in a different way.
Yep. So lots of little projects keep chipping away. As you know, if you live on a boat or you have a boat, there's always something to fix.
We're trying to get everything fixed now. I've been down to Panama, Colombia, that area. It's hot. I mean, it's really, really hot, and you just want to lie down and read a book and have a fan on you. You don't want to go digging into stuff and pulling out hammers and being in the sun. You want to maybe take a walk in the shade, or you want to be in the water, which is really great.
Yeah.
So I want to be really lazy when I'm down there, so I'm trying to get some more stuff done up here. Also, starting to get over the sicknesses. I'm getting a little more energy again, which is good, and coughing a whole lot less.
But it is really hot. It's really stinking hot right now.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do stuff, get motivated to do this stuff. As for non-boat stuff, daily life, what have you been up to? You've been playing some bass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm a bass player now. Played for 3 weeks, and then we had our first concert. And I didn't seem to have embarrassed myself too badly.
Yep, you did really go.
Yep. So we don't have very good footage, but somebody did take some footage of it, and we'll probably have that here now.
We also,
And we're getting ready for our next concert.
yep. We also took a trip to this place called Agua Verde, which is like a natural freshwater sort of swimming pool bar place, which was kind of fun. We rented a car and I drove for an hour or so and checked that out. That was very nice. We've been wanting to do some more inland travel, so it
It's
was
up
good
at a
thing.
higher altitude, and there's water, so it was much cooler. Very pleasant place to be. And the bar is up high, and we're down in a valley, and they send beers down on a cable car.
We've been eating out a lot, I think, recently, probably because of the heat. Haven't been wanting to cook so much in the galley. And it's really not that unreasonable. I think if we spend $20 US to go out to a restaurant, that's
Yeah,
like the most we spend.
it's not that expensive, but we don't eat as well. She's a better cook, so I do better when I'm at home. Last night she made a very wonderful curry. It was wonderful.
That's true. And Clary's had some back issues for a while now. I don't know. Some of it was related to sickness and just being not very mobile, but ongoing, and you've started seeing a chiropractor here.
We've tried everything. Finally have gotten our American mattress shipped in, and that's so much nicer. We've got, there's a local chiropractor. Oh, geez, it's 800 pesos. I think it's $15 to see the man. And he spent some real time, mostly with the massage and then on the adjustment. I've never done a chiropractor before, and I think it might be worthwhile occasionally.
For $15.
It's worth $15.
Yeah.
And hell, just the fact that rest of the day I felt good. Like for 2 or 3 days I felt good. That's worth $15. And I ordered this. It's kind of like a hard pillow with massagey things that move around. It's electric, a back massager. And they sent me a foot massager, which I had to pay shipping on and everything. But we got it all sorted, and I've got that now, and that also helps. And look, I'm sitting up.
Yeah, he's doing well, and your cough isn't as bad. I think overall you're getting a lot better.
Yeah, it just takes a while. That was a hard sickness.
I guess we could talk about the budget. What's the budget this month, Emily? Well, our expenses for the month of August were $1,136. Of that, $318 was food. We went out to eat a lot this month, but that really only came to about $120 US, so we did pretty well. And that was eating out probably twice a week. Our household expenses were $175, including a new mattress for Clark, phone $40, water $46, our mooring is always $60, maintenance and projects $91 for miscellaneous supplies, healthcare $137, including the back massager that Clark got, and also 2 trips to the chiropractor, plus our monthly health insurance, so really cheap. Entertainment, $134. That included some musical instruments and accoutrements, as well as our streaming services. $9 in clothing. I think Clark bought a new shirt. And $126 in miscellaneous postage to get various things shipped in that we had ordered. So the total for the month, $1,136. That brings our year-to-date total expenses to $9,881, and our monthly average to $1,235.
Thanks, Emily.
Okay, so what's the best and the worst part of this month?
Well, I like that trip to Agua Verde.
Yeah, that was nice. It was nice to get off the boat and get out someplace. And it's so nice to swim. There's another restaurant we went to recently that had a swimming pool, and I miss jumping in the water in the Bahamas. It's not nearly the same here in the DR.
Yeah.
Well, in the DR, there's plenty of great water, but where we are anchored, it's not just like we're in a big swimming pool where we can jump off all the time, and that really makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's just full of life here, and life is opaque.
What about the worst part?
Well, Emily had a little laundry accident.
Oh, yeah.
She spilt a bottle of fairly concentrated ammonia inside the boat, and ammonia will take varnish right off. Also, it's noxious.
Yeah.
It also corrodes things. So I sent her out of the boat, and I started wiping it up, but I had to run down below, sop it up, run outside,
Gasp for air.
breathe, because there was no safe breathing, and it was really strong inside the boat. We're going to have to be more careful with how we store ammonia. You think of it as a laundry thing and not such a big deal, but in this heat, it went to vapor real fast.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was only like maybe like in this water bottle, maybe like this much ammonia, and it, the entire boat. But we've been meaning to strip that part of the varnish and redo it, and for a while.
It dropped on a bit of varnish that needed floor that needed to be redone, and there was a section that comes out, and I had redone it, and it didn't even touch that. It was very convenient. It's going to make stripping it easier.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else this month. Our schedule is still to stay here until November. Maybe haul a boat. We don't know what's going on with the boatyard, but at least get some more projects done and get things tucked away. Fill all our canning jars with meat and such.
Yeah, we have some friends who can as well. And we're going to the cows here are kind of small. I think we might just buy a quarter of a cow between the two of us and can it all up in a big canning party.
Yeah. Yeah, time to re-provision again, I think. And then on to other places.
Other places. I don't know where it's going to be yet. We'll figure it out when time comes. And I'm dying to try that new mainsail. We actually haven't sailed with it yet.
Yeah, but otherwise, things are good and well here. We hope they're good and well with you. We've really been enjoying these live streams. We're going to do it tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be in a less inconvenient location than where we were last time. Maybe we'll do it outside. We'll see.
Yeah.
But join us for that and bring your questions. And thank you to all of our subscribers. Now that we've hit 50,000, it's pretty significant. Thank you to all our patrons and for talking to us. We message back and forth with a lot of you every month and keep posting little resources and stuff. We have, what do we post up this month? There's a provisioning list. We're going to start a series of videos about packing the boat. One of them will be about food, one will be maybe about medicine, one will be what we were talking about, tools.
Yeah.
Different categories of because people ask us a lot, what do you need to bring?
I get asked the tool question all the time, and it's so hard to answer because what do you need? Well, a screwdriver and a pair of pliers.
Unless you're Clark.
Well, I mean, that would be what minimum you would need. But, what should you have? And then you get to the level where I've been collecting tools for a long time, and I'm kind of a tool guy. I feel like a cat without their claws if I don't have my tools around me. So I have a lot of tools. So the part about that video that's hard is it means cleaning out my tool room and sorting it and organizing it.
Which is a lot of work. But we'll start with the food, because I think we have a pretty solid food, and we've got a food list, which is already on Patreon if you want to check out what are the things that we actually store.
It's a good leg up on what should you take when you provision for a long
or at
trip.
least what we take.
Yeah.
You might have different dietary needs. But I'll go through them in a video, what is canned chicken? There's 5 things I can think of off the top of my head that take 5 minutes to make that I can do with canned chicken. Just those sorts of things I can share with you this month.
Yeah.
So.
And things that are more boat friendly. Some things are you think of it as easy to do in the house, but it ends up using like a whole bunch of water.
Yeah, it's totally
And,
different.
and on a house, that's no big deal, but on a boat, that is a big deal.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that, and I guess we'll talk to you tomorrow and throughout the month, and our next adventure log will be next month for September.
When we met,
y'all.
Bye.
we
Bye.
knew that we did things differently, but with no regrets, both living life authentically. So we packed up this antique boat to make a life upon the sea. For the worse and for the better, to live a life full of adventure. Emily and Clark's adventure.